Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk about something where I'm going to contradict myself a little bit because I was watching this YouTube video of this woman that was explaining how emotions aren't actually what we think they are. They're not something reactionary. Emotions are actually when we try to predict based on our past experiences, we try to predict what's going to happen. And this kind of goes a little bit, or it contradicts a little bit what I said about how to reduce anxiety, right? Because we need to predict, we need to know what's going to happen. But basically, what emotions are based on your predicting your future, right? You do this with your past experiences. So you constantly anticipate and you try to predict the future using the past. So we can argue if this is good or bad, we don't really know. But the one thing is that if you're constantly predicting your experiences or you think you know what's going to happen and that does happen, you don't really allow new experiences to happen and possibly even new emotions to come up, right? Now, it's understandable because we do this so we don't get hurt, right? But it's interesting because I was also listening to this Jordan Peterson interview or conversation he was having with John Verdoke, I think. And I think the video is called a conversation so intense it'll transcend time and space. And what they were talking about is when you have more to predict and you are less informed, you have more entropy and more chaos. And that's when negative emotions show up, right? When you have less to predict and the pathway that you have towards your goal reduces, that means you're getting closer to your goal and you can predict more, then that's when positive emotion shows up, right? Now, they also spoke about information source and how we have different channels of information, or we're able to have different channels of information in order to identify one thing, right? So we can think about how other people reaffirm our ideas, right? We say, this is a cell phone. And then if somebody else says it's a cell phone, it's me, that's one information channel. And then the other person, that's another information channel. And we have different channels like this. So if we have more channels, more people, and more things that are telling us that something is a certain way, that makes us more secure. That makes us more comfortable with that thing, or more sure of what we think about that thing, right? So yeah, obviously this will make us think that if we have more information channels, it's less bias, and we're sure of the thing that is, right? Also have that thing be an information channel to something else. That's what they called elegance. So if that thing can be used as an information channel for something else, then the cycle just continues. It keeps on going. For me, the example is like in school when you learn algebra, and then I was reading up on how algebra is used in real life situations, like when you want to make a recipe or follow a recipe, or when you think about going to a meeting in the morning and you have to calculate how long you're going to take, eating, getting ready, taking a shower, how long are you going to take getting there with traffic. All of those things are algebraic equations, right? So then that's the application, right, of this that I'm talking about. And then, so then let's say that you have all the information necessary to achieve your goals, right? You have all the knowledge necessary to achieve your goals. If you knew exactly what to do, what to say, where to go, who to talk to, etc., right? If you knew you were going to be successful, what would you do, right? So in other words, what do you need to achieve your goals? What do you need to and this is a kind of a fun reflexive activity where you can say, well, if I had this, I think I could be more successful. I think this is helpful because then if you are able to identify what you need, maybe you can break down that goal into smaller goals and achieve it, right? So all of this to circle back to emotions. Emotions remind you of your past experiences, right? They remind you what to do in the future based on your past experiences, but you have to calibrate that with the new possibilities, right? So that's all I have for right now, and I'll see you all next time.